stakeholders in education in the northern region have expressed serious concerns over the centralized recruitment and deployment of teachers. According to them, the current centralized teacher recruitment and deployment system conflicts with the Pre-Tertiary Education Act 2020 Act 1049, which emphasizes decentralization of education functions. They hinted that political interference and unnecessary bureaucracies associated with the centralized system has led to a 68% of teacher vacancies in rural communities, as most of the teachers refuse posting to rural schools. My colleague Christopher Mwaku was at a press conference today where these calls were made. He's joining us with a bit more of those details. Chris, let's start off with the disparities in the numbers of rural teachers vis-a-vis those in the urban schools. We know that it's a concern that's raised a number of times, but how dire is the situation in the northern region as we speak?
Yes, so Mawena, you know that in the northern part of the country, we have communities that are hard to reach, even though we have government facilities like schools in these communities. And so it is always very difficult for teachers to stay in these communities to deliver services because of the underdevelopment in most of these areas. Now, we all also do know that the motivation given to teachers, especially in rural communities, is nothing to write home about. Hence, the always persistent call by stakeholders and other individuals and organizations for government to look into the matter. We have instances where teachers are posted to rural communities, they refuse posting, and nothing is done about that. They are reposted to other urban areas. And so that is what these stakeholders in northern region are calling for. If you look at the centralized system of recruitment, the people are recruited by the GES and posted to these communities. And so when teachers refuse to go into the communities, the district education directorate have little to do. We also know that political interference also plays a critical role in these postings. And so what they are asking for is government to reconsider its decision of centralizing everything to decentralizing the recruitment processes, because the districts know the vacancies and the communities that need these teachers for them to be posted to. And so that is the call that these stakeholders are making.
And they've made those calls. Let's hear from them for starters, and then I'll come back to you as to the solutions they're offering into helping to deal with this. We know there's been one suggestion which says that the concentration should be selection of teachers from within these areas. But let's hear from what they've been telling you, and then we'll come back for a bit more.
Current centralization of teacher recruitment and deployment is associated with bureaucratic and red tapeism and delays. This does not make room for local teacher demands due to force majeure. The centralized system also has weakened the decentralized and accountability structures in the Ghana education services. The district directors are more or less powerless. Teachers enter and exit districts at their will because they deal directly with officers at the GES headquarters in Accra. The district offices merely serve as conveyor belts for processing salaries for teachers and limited capacity to monitor and discipline teachers. So we are saying that each district, prior to the centralized system, each district assemblies have what we call the bonding system, where people who wanted to go to teacher training colleges were supported with some funds from the common fund to go to the College of Education, and then they are bonded for some years. Then definitely they will have to come back to serve their districts. But that, probably because of the centralized system, that component of the bonding system has also been taken away, making it quite difficult to get that.
So, Chris, we hear about the centralized system which they want change. Have they tabled this before anybody, where conversations are starting, because this is affecting education?
Yes, according to them, you know very well that the World Teacher Day was just held on Sunday. And so as part of their contribution to ensuring that the education sector, of course, teacher postings to various parts of the country is addressed, they are making this call through the media to government. They have also begun engagement with key stakeholders in education to ensure that this get to the appropriate and necessary quarters for the right decisions to be taken, because they also have tabled out issues of the performance of children in rural communities vis-a-vis the urban areas, and it is very, very low. And for them, if the teachers are motivated enough, if the teachers are set posting to these communities, if this is done through the district education directorate, it will, in a way, address some of these gaps that we are seeing in rural communities. Because 68%, according to them, of teachers are required in the rural communities where their services are most needed.
Chris, as always, thank you very much. That's Christopher Marco, my colleague in the Northern Region for us.